Welcome back, Honestman, Fallout 4, Survival. Welcome to episode 50. It's been a long journey, but we got there. We are living the Dogmeat dream here in Acadia. At least temporarily in Acadia, that is. Dogmeat's sticking with us for a long time. We're just here to button up a couple of loose ends really quick, and then the goal is to get into the nucleus to do a little bit of shopping. We're trying to collect some of our end game equipment here. But first, we just have to tell Chase that the synth that she was expecting got eaten by cannibals, as Longfellow and I discovered not too long ago.
Your missing synth was jumped by cannibal trappers. He didn't survive.
That poor bastard. That synth came here to live in peace, and we failed him in the worst way possible. It's my fault. I should have gone out there to meet him. Damn it all. I'm glad we were able to bring some closure to the matter. You deserve this. And shall we say 200 caps?
Given the risks I took to find your synth, I think I deserve more than that.
I suppose that's a fair request. 250 caps then.
I could have been eaten.
I've seen the resources you have here. I know you can do better than that.
Fine. 300 caps. I'd advise you not to push your luck any further.
Really?
If you ever want my help again, you're gonna have to pay me some real caps here.
I can do 400 caps, but that's as high as I'm willing to go. Don't bother asking for a single cap more. Thanks again for your help. Be safe out there.
Plus 10% damage while aiming. I mean, that's not a terrible mod. It's not the greatest. But again, energy weapons aren't really our jam. But it's okay. Okay, so me and Dogmeat on the move here. We were able to make it pretty safely. We ran afoul of a couple of Yagwai, but no big deal. And we basically just went as the crow flies. We just kind of took a straight shot, more or less. Skirted around the shallows here, due west of Acadia, and then just cutting across the mountains. And now we are in sight of the nucleus. So we're just going to skirt this lake here, hug the shore, and go around. I am sitting on a level up from last time, which I haven't used yet. I found a couple of diamonds in the perk tree that I had overlooked. I'll talk about those briefly now. So, I mean, a couple of observations first and foremost. The equipment from Nuka World, and I have a couple of pieces. In order to upgrade those, you need Blacksmith. You need 2 ranks into Blacksmith. So that's not great, but that'll be on my radar eventually. Also, in order to upgrade those same pieces to ultra lightweight, which I think is the way to go, because it's only costing like 1 pound versus deep pockets in most cases. And you get a nice bump to AP as a result. It seems like a pretty good trade. So that's kind of the way I'd want to go. But to do the ultra lightweight mod on those pieces of gear, you need Pickpocket 2. Which is, I mean, that's even worse than Blacksmith, as far as I'm concerned. But those are ranks that are on my radar for that reason, to be able to upgrade those Nuka World drops. Now, what else? So, I realized steady aim, I hadn't looked at this close enough. Rank 3 of steady aim is not even better aim. Rank 3 of steady aim is better damage when hip firing. Which is interesting, because usually if you're hip firing, things have gone wrong. So that's kind of when you need that extra damage, perhaps. So I like that. We're going to get that relatively soon. That was another thing I noticed. And then as well, attack dog. So leveling up Dogmeat here. I hadn't looked at this terribly close either, because I was pretty nonplussed by these. But then I realized, okay, 4 ranks, it decreases your damage taken. when you're with Dogmeat. It's like, oh, that actually makes me stronger. Interesting. It's not a huge effect. It's just 10% less damage. But it's not nothing. Although, again, I mean, it's 4 ranks. So it's like, okay. So that's not in the near-term plans, but definitely on my radar is, hey, I can make myself even stronger here. Reduce damage. That seems good. And, you know, make Dogmeat a little more capable along the way, in theory. But the final thing that I'll mention at this point that's on my radar, and the reason I'm sitting on this level, is Night Person. Now, this is one where, like, Night Person and Day Person, solar powered is under Endurance. Night Person is under Perception. I immediately look at these and go, okay, I don't want that. That's not good enough. It's time restrictive. It's not a strong effect. Moving on. I should have looked a little closer, because Night Person 2, the interesting part here is between the hours of 6 p.m. and 6 a.m., when you're sneaking, you get night vision. That's fascinating to me. I think that could be great. So what I'm doing right now is trying to bank a second level so I can go too deep into Night Person and evaluate the value of this night vision. Because maybe I'll hate it. But maybe it's great. That's what I want to figure out. So that's the plan there. Immediately thereafter, I think I've been slow playing Nerd Rage too long. I've talked about the slow time effect on the Martyr equipment before and how I like it. Nerd Rage is basically even better than that. And it actually trumps those armor effects in terms of game mechanics. So if you have this, you don't need any Martyr equipment. You don't want any Martyr equipment, actually. It won't do anything. So as soon as I'm done evaluating Night Person, I'm absolutely putting up a pip into Nerd Rage. At least one to get me going, just to get the slowdown time effect. I think that's really good. So those are kind of the things that are on my mind in terms of level up. So be looking for those. But in light of that knowledge, what do you see, Dogmeat? The other thing that dawned on me is, instead of the 2 pieces of equipment from Nucleus, one of them was a Martyr armor. I forget if it's an armor leg. But we don't actually want that one anymore, so we're only trying to buy one thing here instead of 2.
Richter, please, you can't do this. We've been loyal. Grand zealot to you, and your dedication is coming to doubt. You need to prove your faith. One of you may return to the fold. The other will return to Adam.
Richter, this is insane. You can't expect us to...
Will there be anything else?
That'll be all, sister.
Thank you, Grand Zealot.
You, what are you doing here? Did Far Harbor send you?
It's okay. I'm not from Far Harbor. I'm from the Commonwealth.
Quite the journey. So, explain to me what you're doing here. You come seeking a place among Adam's children?
Adam's children? Who are they?
We are the children of Adam, servants of the creator of this and all worlds. You walk through his domain.
What was happening with those 2 children of Adam you were interrogating?
An issue of loyalty, not something you need to concern yourself with. Now, unless you've come to join Adam's faithful, I suggest you go on your way.
What do you mean, his domain?
The island. You've seen the fog, heard the Geiger counter on your little bracelet pipe up? That is Adam, spreading his glow across this land. And that glow is the path to our salvation.
So, you worship radiation?
We worship its ability to transform, to create something better. Why? That idea called to you?
I'm not interested in your cult. Just let me in. We won't have any problems.
That's not happening. Only those chosen by Adam may enter. You want in, you'll have to earn it.
By doing what, exactly?
There is a small spring not far from here. Those chosen by Adam drink and are granted something. A token, an experience. Those not chosen rarely return.
All right. I'll do what Adam requires.
Then let us hope he deems you fit. Go to the spring. Drink. You come back, we'll discuss you joining the faithful.
Okay, we made it. Just a couple gulpers along the way, not a big deal. But we are at Adam's spring to drink some of this water and get super high. See, Dogmeat's already tripping balls.
This can't be real. Excuse me.
Ghouls. Yeah, we got something for them. There was another car back there. That could have been bad. He snuck up on us. Alright, we all clear, Dogmeat? You gotta stay frosty. When you're this high, you gotta stay frosty. Periodic table. Yeah, mother.
M-O-T-H-E-R. Mother? Could that be the password? Hell yeah.
Note from Adam's shrine. To this shrine retreat, upon Adam thank, know his servants watch. But yeah, that's what we came for. Now we head back.
You're back. More than I expected. Did Adam reveal something to you?
Look, I drank from your murder spring and followed the woman, and all I got was this weird statue. I think you owe me.
A woman? Led you to that icon? What woman? What did you see?
Oh, there was a beautiful lurk tour. You know, half woman, half Mirelurk. Guess which end was which.
Very funny. Now answer my question. This woman, What did Adam show you?
It was otherworldly. The woman, she was like a living shadow cloaked in mist.
Adam above. You really did see her. The mother of the fog. The mother is a messenger from Adam. Acts as a guide to those important to his plans and the future of this family. She's the one who led the first of us to this place. And if she revealed herself to you, then I'd say the path he's laid for you is clear. If you are prepared to take the next step, then I believe there is a place for you among Adam's children.
You mind if I ask you some questions first?
If you must.
Are you willing to tell me what was happening between you and those two children when I showed up?
Our family is built on trust. Many people on this island would kill us without thought. Those two needed to prove they could be trusted. One did.
What can you tell me about the children's beliefs?
Our belief is in Holy Adam, who struck this world 2 centuries ago, wreathing it in his glow. That glow is the children's way out of this place. To division.
What's division?
Release. Release of your potential. Of all the worlds locked away inside you, broken apart and reborn 1,000 times over through the glow. Island's the perfect place for it. Thanks to the fog, the nucleus. Glow everywhere. With patience, we'll all find division in this place.
So, what exactly happened to me at the spring?
Seems Adam granted you a vision. Only those deemed worthy of joining the children have them, and live. But for some rare souls, he sends more. A messenger. Or in your case, the mother.
So, was the mother real?
Most people believe she's some sort of spirit, a creature of the wilds. Though a few claim she's just an old hermit. Regardless, our family wouldn't be here without her. If she figured in your vision, well, there are few signs clear you're meant to be one of us.
That was all the questions I had.
You're ready to take your place among Adam's children, then?
I am ready to follow his path.
Then it will be so. Head inside and present the icon to the High Confessor once his sermon is done. He'll be interested to see that. Once you've spoken with him, you should come see me. Have a task I think you'd be useful for. And here, some more appropriate attire. But know this, we are all devoted servants to Adam here. Messenger or no, actions against the family will not be tolerated. Welcome, sister.
I'm not wearing those. Alright, Dogmeat, let's go.
They are doomed, brothers and sisters, and they know it. The people of Far Harbor need only peer out their windows to look upon the face of Adam himself, given form in holy fog. Yet no matter how inevitable Adam's reign in this land may be, they deny it. Scoff at us behind their condensers. Kill our missionaries. Slay those who only wish to bring them the light no longer. After years of skulking in the shadows like whipped dogs, our purpose is clear. And I know the key to our victory lies within the nucleus itself. We will claim the secrets hidden away by that accursed robot. And with them, we will wipe Far Harbor from the island. Adam's veil will roll down its streets. Holy fog cleansing the land of their heresy. And when we are finally granted division, it will be as heroes. A new day dawns, brothers and sisters. Glory to Atom! Glory to Atom!
Excuse me.
Was wondering when I'd get to meet our newest member. I'm Sister Mai, and rumor has it, you're the one who caught the attention of the Mother of the Fog. You happen to catch the Grand Zealot's, loyalty test too?
Loyalty test?
Yeah. We saw Richter leading those two outside. Only one came back right around the time you showed. Figured you were probably witness to the whole thing.
Yeah, I saw it.
Look, it's a lesson worth learning now. Trust is a big deal in this family. Our members need to know how to steer clear of trouble. Just stay on the High Confessor's good side and you'll be alright. Now, there's something I can show you? And, not sure if the glow bothers you, but I can help with scouring too.
You mentioned scouring? What's that?
Oh, right. Well, most of us here, the glow doesn't harm us. We keep some anti-rad most folks around here, High Confessor included, consider it kind of a penitence. Scour oneself and embrace the glow anew. So, did you want to peruse the goods?
Was wondering if there was anything you needed help with.
Well, there is a project I'm kind of stuck on. I assume you saw the old rad decontamination arches on the way in. I've been trying to fix them for a while now, but I hit a snag. I need a pump regulator with some serious chemical shielding, industrial grade. And if any place on this island is going to have one, it's the Vim Pop factory. The place is swarming with mutants. But if you're up for it, I can make it worth your while. You interested?
Why fix the decontamination arches? Don't they get rid of radiation?
Not the way I rigged them. I bypassed the filters, so once we get the regulator in place, we'll have a clean way to get a big dose of glow. So, you game to recover it for me?
What kind of reward are we talking here?
For you risking life and limb for my pet project? I've got an old radium rifle I've been tinkering with. You bring the regulator back, it's yours.
All right, I'll track down the pump regulator for you.
You will? Fantastic. I figure it'll probably be somewhere near the mixing room. Just watch yourself out there, all right? So can I show you something?
Let's see what you got.
Adam provides.
Okay, so really quick shopping interlude here. This is what we've been waiting for. This is the Recon Marine right arm, which has a movement speed boost on it, which is very nice. With 15 charisma, I believe, plus grape mentats and all my other stuff. The raw cost on this was around 10,000, so about 10,500-ish. And you can see right now with all of my trade-ins, a bunch of legendary stuff that I don't need or want, a little bit of ammunition, some 38 rounds, a couple Fat Men. Yeah, a bunch of stuff. I was able to peel off about 7,000 caps off the price. And I'm also picking up some military duct tape here just for adhesive and ballistic fiber, just for the heck of it. So all of our trade-ins brings us down to 3,600. But there's no way I'm handing her all these caps, right? So what we're going to do is pad out the difference with some hard paper money. So we just want to take, I want to do enough to offset this. And then also may as well just take everything she has. So it's 670. That's pretty close. There we go. And then we still have about 2,000 paper dollars here. So yeah, we got what we wanted, and we're going to net almost 700 caps. There we go. That's how we shop. Okay, now we are inside the submarine to talk to Crazy Pants here. I did talk to Brother Kane, who was the second vendor in the Nucleus, and I did go ahead and buy the other Recon Marine arm, the the left arm I got from him. Spent about 1,700 paper dollars in that exchange. And this is the one that has the martyr effect. Slows time when you drop below 20% health. I mean, in the short term, as soon as I can get it modified appropriately, in the short term, I'll probably use it. But I still think Nerd Rage is the end game there. And ultimately, I pulled the trigger just because I know that I'm eventually going to destroy this place. So if I don't buy it before then I lose the opportunity. So didn't want to miss out. Just in case. Just in case it's maybe better than I think.
Ah, I'd heard whispers of a new convert. Welcome, sister. How does it feel to take your place among Adam's chosen?
Like I'm surrounded by fanatics.
True devotion is often mistaken. I can assure you we are no fanatics. But we do have a singular purpose. You've been to Far Harbor, yes? Seen its barriers against Adam's holy fog? Its citizens' blasphemous refusal to vacate what's clearly his domain? What would you do with such a place?
Far Harbor's a hellhole. I'd wipe it out.
Precisely. The only way to deal with an infection. Cleanse the wound and cauterize the flesh. For years, my predecessor begged for peace, while Far Harbor fortified their bastion of heresy. We tried to help them, to bring them Adam's light. Many of our brethren ended up dying for it. But now that I am High Confessor, that time is over. All Adam's foes, whether Far Harbor cowering behind their precious condensers, or that ancient robot hiding away his memories within our very home, they will come to recognize Adam as the sole master of this island. But it is only through unity that we can succeed. Adam requires devotion from all his children. Embrace that, and you will do well here. Now, was there anything you required?
I'd like to help the family. Is there anything I can do?
Eager. There is a member of our little community I've suspected for some time now. My own inquiries have proven fruitless. But your relative newness will likely make it easier for you to sniff out the truth. I would have you investigate this person. Should you find proof of any heresy or disloyalty, you're to bring it to me. Show you can be trusted, and you'll be rewarded.
You mentioned a reward?
There is a relic, a sacred cowl, that I've been holding on to. Perform the deed to my satisfaction, and it's yours.
What exactly am I looking for?
Hard evidence of any plots against myself, the family, or disrespect towards holy Adam. Such transgressions cannot be allowed to stand.
Consider it done.
Superb. Bring whatever you find directly to me. Here, the person in question. Leave no stone unturned. This is a chance to prove your value to Adam.
Excuse me, High Confessor?
Yes? What is it, child?
I found this icon. The Grand Zealot said you'd be interested in seeing it.
Is that the mother? So the whispers were true. You saw the mother of the fog. Many of Adam's children spend their whole lives wishing for such a boon. It would seem he expects great things from you, child. As will I. Now, was there anything else?
Those memories you've been wanting to access? I found a way to unlock them.
You have? Atom above, child. I can only imagine what you had to do in order to lay your hands on such information. But understand that you are to bring anything you find directly to me. I will send word you're not to be impeded. And be careful. Too many of our brethren have fallen already trying to unlock the secrets of that accursed machine. Now, go do what you must.
What can you tell me about the Mother of the Fog?
The Mother is one of Adam's most revered messengers. Many years ago, when we were driven from Far Harbor, it was she who guided us through the wilds to this sanctuary. We might all have been lost if it wasn't for her. You should be honored she found you so interesting.
Any other work you need done?
I'm still waiting on the results of your inquiry. Perhaps you could see it's completed in due haste. Now, unless there was something else.
Would you mind answering a couple questions for me?
Certainly. What do you wish to know?
What happened to the Confessor before you?
Martin. No one knows. One night he was sleeping in his chambers in the vessel, and the next morning he'd simply vanish. The other zealots and I organized a party to try and find him, to no avail. I wouldn't be shocked if he took up in Far Harbor or fled to the south. His dedication to Adam had become questionable. He'd done nothing when Far Harbor executed one of our missionaries. So I dare say it's best that he fled.
What happened to this missionary?
A foul atrocity. Our good brother Andrews had decided to brave the fog and attempt to bring Adam's light to that ghastly town, and remind the heathens of their trespasses. From what I hear, he'd barely spoken a word before they cut him down in cold blood, for nothing more than his devotion. Beasts.
I heard the children are responsible for the fog. Is that true?
Of course. The fog predates our arrival on the island, certainly. But before us, it was but an occasional presence. Yet through our faith, our devotion to family, Adam saw fit to reach across the land, claiming for us more, year after year, until near all lay beneath his grasp. Now, was there something else I could answer for you?
How is it you came to this place?
We were guided here many years ago, after our exile from Far Harbor. The first of us, my predecessor, Martin, and I, had come north at the behest of Adam's great prophet, Confessor Cromwell, from a small refuge in the capital wastes. When we arrived on the island, we found a few souls receptive to Adam's message. Anna, the Archivist, was formerly Far Harbor's doctor before she found the light. But most, they thought us a menace. We were chased from the town, driven into the wilds, barely escaped with our lives. Some of us were never the same. It was only thanks to the grace of Adam that we survived, and finally found a place that we could call home.
There's so much radiation on the island. How come people here don't get sick?
Some do. But most of our family has been blessed at birth with an affinity for the glow. It's no more to us than a May rain. Warm, comforting. It's why a place like this island truly is meant for his children. Others simply wither away while we gladly await division.
What can you tell me about division?
Adam's greatest gift. Locked inside us all are billions of invisible worlds, waiting only to be touched by his glow, in order to be born anew through division. During the Great War, it was granted to many, though they certainly didn't realize it. But today it is often a slow process, taking years of exposure in order to be realized. We are all here to spend our lives seeking the promise of division, however long it may take. Now, did you have another question?
Didn't have anything else for the moment.
Adam keep you.
Ah, there you are. Have a job for you.
So long as it doesn't involve drinking from any more poison water features.
No, not so much. There is a woman, one of our own. Or she was. Gwyneth. But she's given herself over to something dark. The Confessor ordered Zealot Field to track her down, but the heretic eluded her. Now Gwyneth has begun profaning our holy sites with her mad ravings, openly flouting the word of Adam. The High Confessor wants her found and executed.
We can't try talking to her? Maybe she'll see reason.
Won't lie. Sister Gwyneth was a good woman. But whatever's driven her to this lunacy, I'm not sure how much it's left behind. Regardless, the High Confessor's decided her abandonment of Adam's too great a sin. The refusal of his grace can't be permitted.
I'll find her, Grand Zealot.
Good. Speak to Zealot Field. She should be able to point you towards Gwyneth's trail. Bring Adam's judgment to the heretic. Now go.
Pardon me.
Glory to Adam, sister. You must be the one Richter sent out to the spring. Don't appear you turned into a slobbering goon. So I'm guessing you had a favorable experience. What visions did Holy Adam bless you with?
He came to me and told me the secret to overcoming all life's challenges. And for a mere 500 caps, that secret can be yours too.
I believe I'll pass. But nevertheless, should you need something from myself or the other zealots, you need only ask.
The Grand Zealot sent me. Tell me what you can about Sister Gwyneth.
Very well, as I'm sure the Grand Zealot informed you. Gwyneth was once a devoted member of our order, though prone to strange moods. She was well liked by many. The Grand Zealot in particular seemed to have a fondness for her, at least until she turned her back on Holy Adam. It was my duty to find her, but Gwyneth was always clever. I'm ashamed to admit that I failed.
I can tell Gwyneth was your friend. How do I know you didn't deliberately fail?
I would never risk defying Adam's will. My faith is my life, and my devotion to Adam is absolute. Despite your insults, it is my duty to help you in this matter, and so I will. You should begin by searching the holy sites. Perhaps you'll find some clue I missed.
Excuse me.
Yeah? I mean, glory to Adam. Wait, you're the new convert. You happen to see Brother Devon, the sickly guy praying off by himself?
I think so. Is he the one with the propellers and the periscope? I mean, he's kind of hard to miss.
No, he'd be the skeletal one with all his hair falling out. See, Brother Devon, he's been on a fast, a long one. No food, only irradiated water, waiting for a sign from Adam. Most folks would say that's real admirable, giving yourself to Adam like that. What do you think?
Sounds nuts to me.
Adam above, someone else. Look, me and Devon, we weren't born with Adam's blessing like everyone else around here. Rads, they hurt us. Now Devon thinks fasting and refusing meds till he dies is gonna get Adam to grant him some kind of revelation or something. I've tried talking to him. He won't listen to me anymore, and everyone else in this place thinks what he's doing is a brilliant idea. I know we don't know each other, but if you could convince him to quit, I'd owe you. Could give you some anti-rad meds I've cooked up. Recipe, too. Damn handy for folks like us. What do you say? Talk to him for me?
Anti-rad meds? Are those allowed?
No one's gonna bother you about scouring off the globe, if that's your concern. They understand we weren't all born with his blessing. But my brew will clear away some rads and give you a little kick of energy. Anytime I make a batch, you're welcome to some. Give you the recipe to boot. So you think you'd be willing to talk to Brother Devon about this fast of his?
Okay, sure. I'll talk to him.
Oh, thank you. Please, just do it quick, all right? He's starting to look bad.
I know that you can hear me. Holy Adam,
from this spot. Is that you? Oh, holy... Oh, I'm sorry, sister. I thought you were... Never mind. Did you need something?
Have you just been sitting here? I think you need a new hobby.
I suppose I look a mess at this point. But I can't leave. Adam came to me, and I will follow his command.
And if Adam told you to jump off a cliff, would you?
I see what you're trying to do, but it's not going to work. For I have seen his messenger with my own eyes. Jet has been my crutch for many years. One day, I was in the woods, polluting myself, when a figure strode from the sky before me. A verdant stag, wreathed in holy glow. It commanded me to return to the nucleus, and to leave behind my iniquities, and give myself fully to Adam. For my dedication, Adam would send another messenger, who would free me from my shackles once and for all. That, sister, is why I must wait.
How do you know your vision of Adam's messenger wasn't just a hallucination brought on by the drugs?
What if it was? Holy Adam spoke to me, promised to free me from my weakness. He gave me a task, and I will obey.
Uh-huh. And when was the last time you used drugs?
The day of my vision. Haven't moved from this spot since.
I have good news. I am Adam's messenger, and I have come to free you from your shackles. There. Now, let's just keep this between us, okay?
You're the messenger? The shackles are gone? They are, aren't they? Oh, thank you. Thank you, your brilliance. And don't fear, messenger. I will keep your secret. Oh, Adam above, thank you. I can't believe it. His messenger.
Sell it where?
You did it. Adam above, you did it. Here, anytime I brew a new batch, you can have some. And if there's anything else I can do for you, you let me know.
You mentioned before you're affected by radiation. Why would you choose to live in a place like this?
Sure beats where I came from. Before joining the family, I was a trapper. Lived with a nasty bunch out in the fall. Barely scraping by. Kind of place you slept with a knife under your pillow to make sure no one stole your food. But one day, out hunting, we stumbled upon High Confessor Tectus and his crew on their way to a pilgrimage. We surrounded them, took them captive. Figured we could ransom them back for some grub and ammo. I pulled guard duty. Me and the High Confessor get to talking. You can probably figure out what happened next.
Why do you care so much about Devin?
I mean, he's a good kid. Sure, he likes his jet a little too much, but it's not like he was out raiding. He just needed a hand. Lucky for us both, you showed up. Huh. Kinda makes you wonder if Adam didn't have a part in this after all. So, was there something else?
You turned on the trappers?
Mm-hmm. The High Confessor started describing the life I could have at the nucleus with Adam. 3 meals a day. Not having to worry about getting eaten in my sleep. Radiation wasn't even that much worse. Plus, I had my brew to handle that. Ended up being a pretty easy decision. I helped the children clean out the trappers and started my new life here. So, something else I can do for you?
Got any more of your brew?
Fresh out at the moment. Stop by in a couple of days. Now, you need something else?
Didn't need anything at the moment.
All right, then. Take care of yourself.
I'm bringing her in. Hang on to something.
Well, there we go. No sooner did they put us down, but we're right in the thick of it. Me and Dogmeat had to get out of the nucleus and get some action. So that is what we are after. We are in the northeast quadrant of the Commonwealth. And we have some collectibles to round up. I did get the ultra lightweight upgrade on one of my arm pieces. So I feel pretty good about that. But I was short of materials for the other one. So that's one of the things I'm going to be on the lookout for. I did also, between the cut here, I did invest both of those level ups into Night Person. And was able to test out the night vision. I think it's pretty good. I was pretty pleased with it. It's simultaneously subtle, but also really nice and noticeable. So I'd say it's a good effect that is not obnoxious. So we will be keeping it. Oh, nice. That's what I was wondering, actually. Yeah, so it's actually daytime, but even though it's Night Person, it's actually just low light conditions. So here, if I crouch, you can see the contrast comes up. It's much clearer. Why are all these raiders dead? So I like that quite a bit, actually. And I think that kind of helps the recording, too, to kind of see what the hell is going on. Yeah, so that was a pleasant surprise. That was kind of a winner. This is another location where I've never been before. So I'm really confused about all the dead bodies. Surely the only thing down here is going to be smiles. Chained. Ooh, synths. Okay, that explains a lot. But they're not going to do anything to me.
Scanning unknown identity.
Sup, dudes? Alright, yeah, so we have absolutely nothing to worry about, apparently. Raiders got cleared up by synths, Dogmeat. Here's our magazine.
Excellent.
Tesla. That's what we came for. Easy peasy. We're gonna get out of here. Oh, here we go. Oh! Surprised me. Took more than one shot. Thought that first one was going to do it. Nothing to worry about either way. Okay, me and Dogmeat should be picking up here right after the Mirelurk Queen. But a whole lot happened between now and then. I'm going to continue on my rounds here for what I wanted to accomplish. Sort of clearing out this northeast sector a little bit. We can walk and talk. So, as I mentioned earlier, I really did like the Night Person dark vision. Did as in past tense. because it seemed more than a little conspicuous that the game began crashing like crazy. So much so that I have to believe it was the night vision trying to kick in. Because several times it was, you know, right when I was crouching, you know, right when I was trying to... She was tough. Jeez. Right when I was trying to, you know, get into vats, for example. Where is he? So I have to think it's related to the night person, dark vision. So I went back to, in survival mode, you know, stacks a few saves for you. So I went back to an earlier save to undo that investment. I still have no idea where that guy is. But this is maybe a good opportunity because it would have helped me here. So I still have those 2 levels now. I reverted the night person investment since I'm convinced that's broken, and maybe I'll find a mod that addresses it somehow, but here we are. So I'm going to go Steady Aim 3, which would have helped me just a second ago. And I'm going to go ahead and do Nerd Rage. Now this basically means that one of the armor pieces that I just picked up and I'm wearing currently doesn't actually have a special effect anymore. It's just stats. I understand that. That's okay. I'm gonna probably swap that equipment anyway. So I'm not gonna lose too much sleep over it. Right now we gotta... Yeah. So this is actually kind of fun, actually, because what was happening here is they had this putrid glowing one up in the lighthouse here. So that was the source of the light. Okay, and then just a stone's throw from the lighthouse here, which is why we kind of cleared the lighthouse, because I didn't want those clowns coming up behind us. We have the Crater House. We have a whole bunch more of these Children of Adam jerks here. Oh my god. Get him, Dogmeat. Oh my god, that wasn't enough. Nuke mines. That doesn't sound great. There she is. All right. all clear. And here's our magazine. Permanently take 5% less damage from insects. Which I'm not mad at. Insects can be pretty nasty. Yeah, Salem here. But this isn't exactly what we're looking for. I'm just sort of passing through here a little. Barney's turret. Maybe he's fighting Mirelurks over there? Barney Rook.
It's gonna take a lot more than some big fish to scare me.
We're all clear here, Barney.
Crazy! Get out of the street before any more of them catch wind of you. Look, I'll open the gate and you get in here quick. I'm gonna let you in the bunker. Don't make me regret this. Lady, did someone drop you on your head as a baby? Or did you have to work to get this stupid?
I could have handled myself.
Oh, I saw how you handle yourself, froze on the spot like a deer in headlights. If it weren't for me, you would have been cut up like a paper doll. Luckily, I've got Reba here to help me crack those crabs wide open. Isn't that right, girl?
Who's Reba? Are you talking about your gun?
She's not just a gun. She's top of the line. Best gun in the Commonwealth. Made her with my own two hands. Ah, where are my manners? Introductions. Barney Rook, commander of the Salem Volunteer Militia, at your service. I'm also the quartermaster, sergeant at arms, and scribes for all official meetings. This here is Reba, but you two already met when she saved your life.
Just two of you? Have you considered a membership drive?
Oh, look, Reba, a comedian. Laugh all you want, but remember the last person that scoffed at the SVM is Crabstool. Now, I'd love to sit here gabbing all day like a couple of housewives, but we've got some work to do. And by we, I most definitely mean you. Before you showed up, the Mirelurks had been mostly quiet, and those that were a problem were quickly dispatched by my turret defense system. Since things had been quiet lately, I took the turrets offline to conserve ammunition. Obviously, they need to be reactivated. And that's your mission, soldier. I'm going to continue to hold down the home front while you go reactivate the turrets.
What's in it for me?
Look, don't tell Reba, but I've been working on a sister for her in my spare time. I'm thinking of calling her Reba, too. She's in the back room. She's not as tough as her older sister, but she's all yours if you help me out. Reba would probably get jealous anyway. The turrets should be easy enough to find. They're up high in strategic locations around town. Just be careful. All your noise probably woke up more crabbies and other Mirelurks. The town could be crawling with them by now.
Okay, Barney. I actually could use water. That's good. Where is it? Here we go. Guns and bullets. Ballistic weapon crit damage. That's what we want. That's what we want, Dogmeat. He's got a claw mounted on his wall. Okay. I'm not going to bother showing it. It was super easy. Just kind of went around and activated the turrets.
Hey, Barney.
You did it, didn't you? I could hear that sweet, sweet machine gun music all the way down here. You almost caught me and Reba mid-walls.
Great. Now I'm covered in crab guts.
Yeah, you smell like a fish market. Whew. Now, about that reward. Here's a key to my workshop in the bunker. Reba 2 should be sitting on the table in there. I'd say you earned her. Now, if you'll excuse me, I believe today is earmarked for some target practice. The Salem Volunteer Militia never rests.
Great. Awesome. Thanks, Barney.
Yes.
50% more damage against mirelurks and bugs. That's not good. That's not a good... That's not a good weapon. Alright, well, me and Dogmeat got what we came for, at least. We got the magazine. That was the real prize. Now we're getting out of here. Yeah, there we go. Just right down the street from the Rook House, we have the Sandy Cove's Convalescent Home.
Welcome to Sandy Cove's Convalescent Home. How may I help you?
I'm checking in. My family filled out the paperwork earlier.
Gladys's room key. Okay.
Welcome. We'll put you in Gladys's old room. Take the back stair and it's the first door on your left. Have a nice day.
See, the place is really falling apart. Oh, there's a cat. Oh, Gladys's room isn't bad, though. Wow. Bed? Army fatigues. Actually, Gladys was an ass kicker. Huh. Alright, well, in any event, we just came here for a magazine, so let's knock that out, Dogmeat. Let's get that and be on our way. There's a whole bunch of cats in here.
More visitors. Welcome to Sandy Cove's Convalescent Home.
Target has disappeared. Movement detected. Curious. Combat. Anomalous signs detected.
What? Bunch of synths are destroying the Protectrons. What the hell? Not Protectrons, Mr. Handies.
Identity. Clearance confirmed.
That's kind of a jerk move. Oh, there it is. That's where we need to get. We gotta open this door, Dogmeat.
Excellent.
Here we go. Plus 2% limb damage. That's what we needed. Okay, final stop. Coming in hot. Dunwich Boars. Oh, I'm doing terrible here. I was going to say, I'm a little concerned about who they're firing at, because it doesn't look like the chopper. We've got a bunch of these Rust Devil jerks with their bots. Yeah, we're coming in real hot. God, Dogmeat. Holy hell. Oh, gotta get clear of that.
Oh man, come back! I was having fun!
Oh, I got a shot there. Come on. Ooh, that guy's in power armor. Alright, we're clear on the exterior now. Me and Dogmeat are going to clean up and then head down. Okay, we have descended inside the mining facility here. And between cuts back there, I did pick up another level. And we're almost to halfway to 80 now too. So I'd previously done a pop into Nerd Rage, which I think does what I need it to do, which is slow time. That's really the effect I'm after. The damage resistance and damage buff, that's just gravy. I don't think that's critical for what I'm trying to do there. Just slowing time, I think, is the important piece. We maxed out steady aim. The other thing I didn't mention when I was talking about perks earlier was there's some interesting stuff. Adamantine skeleton, or adamantium skeleton, I should say. You know, maxing this out, and this I was aware of early on, but maxing this out completely eliminates limb damage, which is amazing. But the problem, obviously, is that it takes 3 ranks, and it also takes 7 endurance, which is a big investment. But that's definitely on my radar as sort of like a stretch goal, is to get into there. But I think first I'm still trying to kind of kit out what I would consider my end game equipment, or as close as I can get to it. There were a couple pieces I'm honestly just hoping for a lucky drop to give me something of value. But I definitely do want to be able to upgrade the Nuka World equipment. So I think 2 ranks into Blacksmith is how I get there. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. And it's a tough one, because if I'm not doing at least 2 pieces of equipment, then I think I'm better off just pushing toughness, you know, for ultimately what I would be getting out of it. Well, I guess that's not true, because really the energy resist is perhaps the more important part. But anyway, I'm going to want it eventually anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do Blacksmith. And then next level, I'll do another pip into Blacksmith then we can upgrade that Nuka World equipment if we so desire. Now, this is actually going to be a relatively sizable dungeon, but I think we can make pretty good time, because I do know what to expect. Should really put my helmet on. And I think I can provide sort of the summary, which is that for those that are sort of into the Fallout lore, the name Dunwich is often associated with the occult and strange stuff happening. That was right in the head. And indeed, Dunwich Borers is no exception. And for... He's still standing. It's glitching out, Dogmeat. I shot his head off so fast and so clean. He's still standing. It's like those videos you see of people with the Jenga towers where they knock the block right out of the middle. It's kind of like that. But yeah, so this borer's company that bears the name Dunwich, obviously they're excavating stone. And if we examine some of the terminals, what we'll discover is that there's some sort of hidden agenda going on in terms of what the executives are after in this granite pit. Yeah, that was a beautiful shot. I should have turned on the lights, actually. That's one of the things that I just neglected to do, which maybe is a bad idea. But here's our first prize, which is 5% less damage from robots. Which is good, because those robots are super annoying. We don't like them. I'll have to keep a lookout to turn on lights here from this point forward. Yeah, it's a chain door. But we are going to see some weirdness, is my expectation. Unless the lights... I know the lights do something. Maybe keeping the lights off is actually the way to go. I was going to say, I know there's ghouls down here. There's a lot of XP for a ghoul. There we go. But as I was saying, yeah, there's definitely a hidden agenda as far as what's going on down here. And that's never made entirely clear, which is par for the course when it comes to Dunwich stuff. It's always more questions than answers. See, like that. That was weird, right? Where you at, Dogmeat? Holy shit! It's okay. Good job. Took one for the team there. One was a legendary. Alright, good work, Dogmeat. So, That went extremely fast. Now we have our Blacksmith Rank 2, so we're done with Blacksmith. And I'll pick through these on the way out, honestly. God, that was a lot of bodies. That's going to be the way up. Yeah, gotta stay frosty in here. Oh, I was hoping that was a bed. Well, we do have a mattress. And I think I will avail myself of that. But first, the prize.
Nice.
Sneak Bobble. Which, as the achievement pops there, that completes the collection of all 20 bobbleheads. Sneak is actually a good bobble. So it's somewhat unfortunate that it ended up being the last one. We didn't get it sooner. Okay, rested, and of course I picked up a parasite in the process, got ill. And I did eject a holotape from this terminal here, which gives us a little bit of story. Tim Schutz is the guy's name.
No suspicions were raised when the new equipment was brought in the other day. Crew at Station 4 are still under the impression that we are setting up a new station beyond this area. The standing crew you hired are convincing enough. However, do worry about the project managers at the other stations, especially Bob at Station 1. We all know he takes his job very seriously. His bullet point updates bug the hell out of me. My gut tells me he'll figure out something's going on down here sooner rather than later. Please advise.
Yeah, Bob up at Station 1. He runs a tight ship, so he knew something was up. And he was definitely not wrong. You gotta be ready for action here. Yeah, you can see the people all around like the altar there. Bradley Ramone. Yeah, bunch of bodies. And Tim is back. There's John Hatfield. That's a lot of XP. Get all of them? Nice. See, that's when you know what's coming. Yeah, here's Tim Schutz. Dunwich Management.
Tim, good job on keeping things under wraps. We've taken your advice and have asked the other project managers to meet you at Station 4. Stall them if they arrive before we get there. They haven't been told anything. We are very close to accomplishing our goal. Please be patient. You will be rewarded in time.
I think their bodies got blown into the water here. But Tim's body is here, as well as several other people that get mentioned through the various terminals. But yeah, I'm glad we got to see that scene, that flash, where there were people kneeling around the altar. Because like I said, there's always some sort of occult shit going on with Dunwich. And now, we have to get in this water. But this is why we never leave home without our Mirelurk cake. Can breathe underwater. That's the stuff. Alright, I'll just hold on. Sit tight, Dogmeat. Yeah, here's Bob's body. Indeed, it fell in the water. And we have a little secret chamber here. This altar. Got a mini nuke. A special knife. And another mini nuke. And I think that's everything. I might be wrong, but I think that's everything. Alright, I think that's going to be a wrap. We covered a whole lot of ground this episode. We picked up the final bobblehead and a bunch of magazines. We are very close to being done with magazines, at least the ones that I care about. Less than half a dozen remaining, I believe. We also got things rolling in Far Harbor a little further with Children of Adam. And I don't want to leave that hanging too long, but I do have a lot of open threads to try to chase. So I'm going to try and figure out the game plan for that going forward. Certainly I want to try to keep the stories contained rather than spread out, but trying to juggle a lot here at the moment, so bear with me. But I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you all so much. Please like and subscribe. Merry Abernathy and Dogmeat are going to see you next time.